Hello, welcome back to Furs Feathers Mini Farm. And I'm going to be talking about perhaps a sensitive subject, but also a necessary one, I think, for small farmers, for homesteaders, um, people in general that have animals, want animals, pets, breeds, breeding, meat, whatever you're choosing. So, this next section coming up, I'm going to go over a few things that I've done and things that could be helpful to you on your farm. And I'm going to try to keep moving left and right so you can see the pigs because they're more fun than me, right? These guys are great. So stay tuned and I'll hopefully give you some helpful tips and hints of what we're doing, what we've done so far and has worked, and perhaps that could be something good for you. Like I mentioned, we are getting into maybe a more sensitive subject, and I hope it doesn't get taken the wrong way and someone goes and does things that are not necessarily a good thing to do. First and foremost, I want to say at no point should you ever be deceptive to other people. And that kind of goes without saying, but some people say, well, it's a gray line, or this could be construed as respect the people. Okay, respect your animals always, and respect the people that you're getting animals from, even if they didn't do the greatest job or they can't keep them for whatever reason. Whatever the situation is, they're people. Some people do good, some people don't do as well. They mess up, they have hard times, and they got to get rid of animals. Whatever the reason and whatever the circumstance that the animal's in, just give that respect to the person for those animals, that they did what they could and they admit defeat, or they admit where they're at is not working. So that's a good thing that they could do that. It's a good thing that they're letting go of what they have. If they're going to continue to breed and they have poor genetics or other issues, that's something completely different and another subject for another time. But what I would like to go over is eating. How else do you put it? Are you hungry? Are you looking for food? Are you looking for animals to breed? Are you looking for a pet as a companion? What are you looking for? You can very likely get those animals for free while being honest with the people that are getting rid of their animal. There's a couple different scenarios that you're going to have that I've had, and one site that I will not get free animals from is out of respect to the people. They have a website for free pre-loved pigs, and sometimes they have a little fee or something. Animals, pre-loved turkeys, whatever. They got these different sites, and by all means, a person could go in there and say, yeah, I'll take care of them, they'll be good to go in their freezer. You're lying. Don't lie to the people. That's not okay. That's why I don't use those sites. That's why I don't go onto those groups. It's because those people want their pet to be a pet somewhere else, and they just can't take care of it. And granted, yep, they can't take care of it. That's their fault, and you can do whatever you want. Yes, you could. Morally and ethically, I won't. Okay? So, and I don't suggest anyone else do the same. But there is people that need to get rid of animals and understand that they were great while they had them, and they're going to be used for whatever the next farmer or the person takes them for. We've got our first scenario, which I'm going to bring up, happened earlier this year, and doing these types of things too, you need to kind of always be ready, right? You got to have a trailer ready, you got to have your truck ready, you got to have gas money to go pick these animals up, you got to break the time to go do it, and see the means to be able to commit to whatever you're doing. So we go. So first scenario, free 8 pigs, 8 pot-belly pigs, one couple mixed with Kune Coons. I think by the time we were said and done, we were looking at 700 pounds, maybe a little bit more, maybe closer to 800 pounds live weight. Some were smaller, some were bigger. Okay. These animals were kind of a pet, kind of something that they were breeding. They couldn't afford them anymore. Lost their job, had issues. I understand. They couldn't afford to take them to a butcher to have them processed. By all means, that's something that they were already going to do. So I told them what we do on our farm. We grow for meat, we grow for pets, and we grow for breeders. Okay, depending on the quality of the animal and the standard, and if they're registered or not, plays a role into that. They're getting rid of these animals. We call them up. Hey, we'll take them all. A lot of people will try to pick and choose which ones. I've got room. Put them on the farm. We'll figure out what we're going to do with them. So we get them here. We see that a couple males are still intact. We should have done it right away, but we planned on processing right away, but we didn't. And we ended up later on having a little bit of boar taint in one of the boars, which we're going to mask through some sausage and some other things, so it'll wash out. But the animals were already going to be processed. They couldn't afford to take them to a processor. We've never processed a pig before. There's tons and tons of YouTube videos, and if you can't make a means to process them yourself because you don't know how, you can figure it out. Yes, you can. My wife and I did it. Absolutely. We processed some rabbits and a few other things prior to this. Not the same. If you just can't make it to do it by dispatching an animal, then find someone that can, and then offer them some meat and to help you. It can be done. That meat, if you $5 a pound, let's say you average out $5 a pound for pork, everything from bacon, which goes for more, pork chops, which go for more, to your sausage, which goes for a little bit less. If you just say you got $5 a pound and 500 pounds hanging weight, it's a few dollars, right? How much in money and meat is that for you and your family, for your friends, for your extended family? How could that help them? Or maybe you just keep it for yourselves and you are able to help through other meat or other things that you have in your home that you can now break up and help them out. You don't have to. You can keep it all for yourselves. But the point is, there's animals out there that are for food. And there's animals out there that people have held dearly as a pet. And if that's what they want them for, and that's what they want them to go to be, if they're not a good breeder that I think, or an animal that I think I could rehome for them, I'm not going to take the animal, because most likely it would get processed. So I'm not going to say, well, I had plans on it, or my thought was to. No. My intention's all right in the beginning. If I can breed them, I'll keep them. If I can't, I'll eat them. It's part of what we do here. Every animal has a purpose. Every animal on our farm, from the cats, the dogs even, all the way down to our pigs, our chickens, the quail, the rabbits. But we used to have ostriches and anything in between. Our goats especially. Everyone has a purpose here. So if you're going to go pick up these animals, be honest. Know what you're wanting to do with them, or figure it out by the time you get home. Hey, these ones would be good for this or that or the other. So they couldn't keep them. Spend a couple hours trying to round them up. A little bit in gas. I ended up spending like $40 in gas before it got to where we're at now. No politics. Is this where we're at? Now, I got them home. We kept some for a little while. We processed some earlier. and we kept one. He was so small I couldn't process. Like, we name him Runt Runt. He's a little pot belly, and he's just a small guy. You're not going to get anything off of him. He could be dog food, sure, but he could be a borrow to keep with the other animals. We did castrate him. He could be a borrow for one of the other guys if I need that later on. As of right now, we don't, but long term, I'm just thinking we can keep him. If we don't, then I'll just rehome him to someone's good home. He's full grown, so, and he's a small little guy. He'll turn out being a. I'm gonna try to move the camera here. Sorry, I'm trying this not to get so much sun in the video. Yes, I dropped the camera. Sorry. Oh, just trying to. The sun moved on me more than I thought it would about this time. But it's a nice day, and we don't have many of them left. All funky camera angles, and there we go. Look at the little piggers. It's so awesome. I got an IPP, which is a little bit of our bigger girl here, and then our Cooney Coons all through here. One is a sow, Julian. I don't know if that's her or not. Can't see in the camera well enough. Anyways, so. And we're keeping that sow Julian, which was free, from a different batch of animals, to see if we're going to breed that with the Cooney Coons, and is there anything of it that we'd want? Typically not, but she's already a proven sow. Let's see how she is as a mom. Let's see what she does. You know? Yeah, that's the big guy. Big guy is Smash, and he's a big Cooney Coon boar registered. Yeah. They don't fight really because the other male, Dipstick, because his tail's got a little black spot on the end. He's so small, he just like grunts at him and walks away. He's not gonna win. He's too big. So, so our second batch of animals, we got another pigs, and we've got some rabbits too, rehomed to us, and we rehomed them somewhere else. We could have ate them, sure, free food, right? But they'd produce better as a pet to someone else or something like that. And that's our call. By all means, it's your call too. That's just depending on the circumstance and the animal, right? So we try to keep the animal alive, go to a pet friendly if you can. If not, then they serve another purpose for you and your family, and respect it as so. They all get the same feed, they all get the same care and lovin's. It doesn't matter to their first day to their last day. Healthy, happy animals will breed healthy, happy people. So you treat them good, you feed them good, they'll do the same for you. With that being said, with my corny little line there, I truly believe it. That's why I say it all the time. The sun, I'm fighting the sun. Here, I'll just turn this way. The animals that you bring on your farm can be free. I've got a Cooney Coon sow that was given to me, non-registered, but she's a big girl. She's as big as the boy that you just saw, the black one. And she could be a very good breeder. She's already had babies, so she's already proven. She already knows what to do. You've already worked through that first litter, so that'll be fun to see. But she was free. She came along with some other free ones that I've shown in previous video. Unloading pigs one. You can see those guys there. I'll show them to you here in a minute. The lady couldn't feed them anymore, too much on her farm, had to get rid of them. She asked what I do. I told her I breed animals for pets, for breeders to sell, and for meat. I do all three things. And she gave me 4 borrows. can't breed or borrow. So we'll see what happens with these guys. They'll likely end up in the freezer. The sows we can try to breed, see what they can be for us. If they don't prove out and someone's looking for a Julian sow, and we're like, yeah, this isn't it for us, then we'll try to rehome her to somewhere else, that she can serve a good life and purpose for someone that way. And yes, the other animals could as well. The barrows could go to another farm that needs a barrow, and so on and so forth. But we also operate a farm, and we also have mouths to feed and plates to fill up. That's where we're at. So be honest to the people. Let them know what you do. And if you don't really know at the moment, tell them you don't know. But it's a likelihood of this and this. And if you respect the people, even if you don't agree with their decisions of what they've done, it'll come around back. That you respect them, that you're honest with them, that whatever happens. So I've gotten work in the past in my life. I bet a job way too high, and I realized it, and I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll just stand. And he had another bid in or two, and I'm like, man, this bid is just way too high. I can't even charge that. That'd be stupid for me to do. That'd be just gouging. So I went back to the person. I said, hey, I bid you a job too high. It should have been in this range. If you still want me to work on it, this is what it would be, and I can do in X amount of days. He's like, well, I really appreciate that, but he already had found someone else. I said, that's okay. You know, I bet it too high. That's my fault. But I wouldn't charge you that to do the work. Would be right. He said, well, you know, I do have some other things. Can you do those? Yeah, I can do that. He says, I appreciate it if you could do those. So I did that work instead. Just be honest. Be respectful to the other person. Hopefully these semis aren't too loud. Can't find my mic setup stuff. But let's go take a look at these little piggies. I'm going to flip the camera around and take a look at these guys. Oh, yes, you guys are nosy. I'm not feeding anyone. No, you guys already got fed. You're all good. Oh, you big boar. Or barrow. Magnalista. And he's friendly. Yeah. Even though most likely he's gonna go in the freezer, but they're fun to pet. Awesome to take care of. Good guys. I wish he wasn't a barrow. I'd keep ya. Yeah, we'd keep ya. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna lay down for a belly rub. I'm not jumping in for a belly rub. Yeah. Do right by the animals. Do right by the people. Feed your family. Make ends meet. So you don't get a lot of meat off these guys. You got a lot of lard and fat that can be chopped into some of your leaner meats. You know, we have deer, different things that we have leaner meats on. Yeah. And with those leaner meats, you need some of the fat to cut into it. And we cut in a little bit of fat into for sausage. If you don't have enough fat in there, don't chew on his tail. But if you're not comfortable doing it, find someone that is. Give them a little bit of meat in the process. These are all our breeders here. And that's the Julian sow back there. Just kind of outcasted a little bit. She'll get adjusted. It's not doing bad. And this is the Coon sow that we got for free. So if you're looking to grow your farm and you're trying to grow slow and you're not trying to spend a lot of money, you can absolutely do it with free animals. Hey guy, don't be breaking out on me. I don't have a fence wire there. Should I? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Nope, not. You'll be fine. And these are our feeders. And these are IPP Kuni Kun mixes. And that's Runt Runt. Look at Runt Runt. He's a small little pot belly. He's a good guy. He's friendly. So take care of your animals, you can take care of your family, and you can absolutely do what you're planning to do. Don't doubt yourself. There's a way to make things meet. There's a way to take care of your family and take care of people around you in your community. And when you do that, that'll be the withstanding what you have to stand on later on when you're talking to other farmers, talking to other people. You won't have a sour name to your farm, and you won't have a sour attitudes about the animals you raise and how you raise them. Do your best, continue to grow, continue to learn. Yeah, and give them lots of lovin's. Yeah, yes, lots of lovin's. Yeah. Enjoy, and remember, healthy, happy animals lead to healthy, happy people.